So welcome Jay to Vaijayanti to Sri Yoga.
Thank you.
Some of you may already be knowing her. She has been practicing Ayurveda for more than 40 years, and she has wide experience and has been helping people all these years. She has from Pune University. Now she has done the Ayurveda, allopathic and both Ayurvedic medicine. She has learned from Pune University long time ago, and she also has a master's degree in pharmacology from University of North Texas. And Jay, you can also talk about the some monthly seminars and other
Yeah,
things that you conduct. So welcome,
yeah.
Jay, and we're looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Namaste, Shriji.
Namaste.
And namaste to all the listeners. I always like to start my session with a prayer. So I would like all of you to close your eyes for a minute and take a deep, long breath. With each inhalation, balloon the belly. Each exhalation, pull the belly in and continue breathing. And notice that when you inhale, your body feels little tense. And when you exhale, your body is completely relaxed. So feel the movement of your belly. Feel the
Sorry, I messed up. Can you unmute yourself, please, Jay?
okay.
Sorry
So
about
all
that.
along they didn't hear me.
No, they heard you
I
in the
was mute.
beginning.
Okay, sorry. So let's do a minute of pranayam. Close your eyes. Take a deep, long breath. With each inhalation, balloon the belly. Each exhalation, pull your belly in. And feel your body tensing when you inhale. And body relaxing when you exhale. And now observe your mind. Mind always flows with the breath. So when your breath is rhythmic, your mind becomes more peaceful and calm and clear. And in this peace, let me chant the prayer of health. Sarvepi sukhinas santu, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhag bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And keeping this Shanti within, gently open your eyes. And namaste, everybody. Like Shrikantji said, I have been practicing Ayurveda for last 40 years, but now my main goal is to offer these free seminars on Zoom and and educate people into what Ayurvedic health is. Because I know this is the beginning of the year and most of you have must be having being healthy or want to be healthy as your agenda on your New Year's resolution. Few people want to lose weight, somebody want to bring their blood sugar down, somebody want to maintain their blood pressure within range, somebody want to take care of their digestion or something related to the health. So today we will see how Ayurveda looks at health and how simple it is, but what seriously you have to do all these kind of things to maintain your health. So let me share my presentation with you. Give me 1 second. Okay. So the name of the topic today is Live Longer, Healthier with Ayurveda. So we all know that the lifespan has increased. Now we are living, majority of the people up to 75, 78 years and all. But has quality of our life has improved? That is the biggest question. So are we really having life to our living? Because what is happening, our current healthcare is mainly it's about the disease care. That's what we always talk about when it comes to health. We always think about I need to do all the blood work, I need to do CT scan, I do need to do arrays of tests, and then if the all the test results are normal, then I'm healthy. Because we define health also as an absence of disease, and but that is not really the true health. We cannot describe their health in terms of disease. But unfortunately, all our health care has becoming really a disease care. And what we are spending like trillions of dollars, that is on mainly the disease care. So this country is abundance of everything. Same way we have abundant diseases and we have abundant medicines also. But even conventional medicine has realized that the pills are not solving all the problems. So the new branch is emerging in conventional medicine as a lifestyle medicine. And Ayurveda has been talking about health through the diet and lifestyle for so many years. So today we will just shed some light on that issue, that topic. So what is simple Ayurvedic definition of health? It's not only absence of disease. When it comes to Ayurvedic definition, there is no word as a disease. It says samadoshaha, samagnischa, samadhatu, malakriyaha, prasanna atma, indriya manaha, swastha iti abhidhiyate. That is the samadosha, that is the doshas are the energies. So energies which control all the systems in our body, they need to be balanced. Then samagnischa, this Agni, our digestive power. It is a very unique topic to Ayurveda, and I'm going to talk more elaborately on this topic when we go to that topic. Then samadhatu. Dhatu means tissues or the cells. So all the systems are made up of what? All the tissue, all the tissues. So if you want the systems to function better, if you want to stay healthy, for example, your cardiovascular system, your heart has to function right, your brain has to function right, your blood pressure should be in normal limit, your liver should function right, your colon should function right, you should have strong bones and all this. So all these dhatus, the tissues, the cells, everything has to be balanced, because your whole body is nothing but made up of all these dhatus, the tissues or the cells. And that's what they have to be in the optimum state. Malakriyaha. Nobody talks about this, but that is the biggest, one of the biggest sign of healthy, our health is malakriyaha. So when we digest anything, two products happen. One is the nutrient and the second is the waste. So nutrients, from the nutrients, these dhatus are built in the body. And all the waste needs to be removed from the body. So it could be solid waste, it could be liquid waste, it could be sweat or anything. But if those waste are not removed to the body, then body becomes like a toxic dump. I get so many patients having chronic kidney disease. And when their kidneys are not functioning, they are not cleansing all the toxins, liquid from the urine, then their body swells up and they start getting so many health issues. Same thing, if you are not getting good bowel movement every day, then anything can happen. You may get headaches, you may feel pressure on your heart. You may get aches and pains in the body. You may feel arthritis. You will feel gas and bloating, you name it. And there will be so many health issues. And let me give you a simple example of that. Suppose you have a house plant, and that pot has a hole at the bottom. So when you water the plant, that excess water drains out, and that plant lives healthily. But if that hole is blocked, or if there is no hole to the pot, then the whole plant will die, because it is not cleansing the waste from that area. Or think about the hose, your garden hose. From one side, the faucet is on, the water is coming in, but on the other side, if the nozzle is not open, that whole pipe will become so tense. Same thing happens in the body. When you don't have the good elimination, then your body, all the waste stay there, and all the many health issues begin from that. So it is very important that we have to have the optimum regular malakriya. And Ayurveda is not only the science of the physical body, but it is the body, mind, spirit. It at the three levels. So prasanna atma indriya manaha swastha iti abhidhiyate. So when your indriyas, that is your senses, because senses keep us in contact with this physical world, to the surrounding. So your senses have to be sharp. If you cannot see clearly, if you cannot hear clearly, if you don't have enough saliva, so you don't notice the taste in your no, hey, notice the taste of the food, or if your sensation of touch is gone, then you are not getting enough information from the indriyas. So your indriyas have to be sharp. Your mind has to be the peaceful, because the mind is the connection between your body and the spirit, body and the intellect. So see how elaborate, very simple, but elaborate definition of health is that the energies have to be balanced. Your Agni, your digestive power has to be very strong. Your dhatus, the tissues the body is building, they have to be in the optimum state. You have to have the best elimination every day. And your body, mind, and spirit all have to be prasanna. So they have to be very sharp, clear, and peaceful. And when this happens, we are called as a healthy person, or this is called as health. And now think about all these points and tell me, what things are your doctors going to do about your health? They cannot maintain your doshas. Your Agni is your own responsibility. Building dhatus depends on what you eat and how good your strong Agni is. Elimination is definitely your responsibility. Keeping your mind peaceful also depends on you. So if you want to be healthy, you have to take active role in this process. Even you have a disease and your doctors are helping you to take care of the disease, doctor will prescribe you the medicines, do the surgeries, but after all, when the body heals, what is going to heal your body is the food you eat, and the Agni processing and creating new tissues, building new blood, having strong muscle cells, building your new bone cells, your immune cells to protect you from many diseases and all. So it is all up to you. And that's what I always say, health is in your hands. So the state of balanced energies, optimum Agni, strong tissues, complete elimination of waste, sharp senses, peaceful mind, clear thinking. When you have all this, then we can call you as a swastha. And for that, you don't need any blood work or anything. So how can you get this health into through Ayurveda? Is many staying healthy only through the diet and lifestyle. And I'm going to talk more into details about these two things. And connecting your body, mind, and spirit. Because we want to live, our life has to be the meaningful. And your mind is going to give the meaning to your life. So when this body, mind, spirit, all three levels are connected, then we are really living every moment of our life and having life to our living. So in Ayurveda, what is our first goal? Is swasthasya swasthya rakshanam. That is, the person who is healthy is to maintain and preserve that person's health. This is the first goal of Ayurveda, and that's what Ayurveda gave very elaborate definition of that. And second goal is when it comes to disease, but aturasya vikara prashamanam. So remember, in Ayurveda, we do not treat the disease. We treat the person who may have the disease. And it's always by taking care of the cause of the problem, because your symptoms are the effect, but unless the cause is gone, cause and effect, they are connected. So effect is the after a process of that cause. So unless the cause is gone, effect will not get better. But if you just put the band-aid, you may feel that your symptoms are better, but the moment you stop the medicine, the symptoms will come back because we don't take care of the cause of the problem. So that's what mainly we do. So let's go a little bit deeper into Ayurveda. So what is the foundation of Ayurveda? And I mentioned first in the definition, samadoshaha. And what are these doshas? Doshas means the energy. So Ayurveda connects us to the nature. We always say as above, so below. Or we always call we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. That means the whole universe is the macrocosm. And we are the microcosm. And we are the exact reflection of that whole universe. Or in Sanskrit, we call yatra pinde, tatra brahmande. So what is happening in the nature? Same thing happening in our body. So think about year around we have mainly different seasons. Late winter and spring, it rains a lot, snows a lot, so there is more water element. And in Ayurveda, we call that water element as kapha dosha. And that is mainly, it just takes care of all the energy. It helps to build the tissues in the body, the growth of the body, lubricating the whole body, all the systems to function right. They have to be well lubrication, nourishment of the body, and all that is all the function of kapha dosha. Then the second energy in the nature is the heat or the fire element. During summertime, temperature rises and all. So this pitta energy is the energy of transformation. Anything need to be changed, we need the heat there. So pitta or the fire energy is related to transformation. And anything comes to the body needs to be transformed into human parts. Like when we eat the food, body doesn't absorb the food in the form of vegetables or meat or anything. That needs to be converted into our human mahabhutas, and then it's going to build the tissues. So pitta is the energy for that, is the metabolism, maintaining our body temperature. You can see outside maybe 0 degrees or it could be 120 degrees, but our body temperature always has to be around 97 and all. So pitta is doing all this function. Our eyes are related to the pitta dosha, luster of the skin, our thinking, uh, cl- just having the clear thoughts and all. That is all the function of pitta dosha. And third energy is the wind energy. So in the fall, what happens? The weather becomes very cold and windy. So this wind energy in Ayurveda we call as a vata dosha. And wind moves everything. So all the movements of the body or even your mind and everything depends on the vata dosha. So for example, your nervous system, your nerve impulses and all is all controlled Ayurvedically by vata dosha. And remember, this vata, pitta, kapha are everywhere in the body. When they are in balance, you are in the healthy state. When they are imbalanced, they cause the disease. And that's why the name dosha. When I'm imbalanced, they cause the disease. So they are called doshas. So this, when as a Ayurvedic practitioners, we always go back to this kapha, pitta, vata, which energy is out of balance or which energy we want to balance it. We always go back to that. So I always say that this is the foundation or at the root level of Ayurvedic concepts is the three doshas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So I earlier mentioned that Kapha dosha is predominantly, it rains a lot, snows a lot. So there is more during winter, late winter and springtime is the Kapha dosha. And Ayurveda is all about the qualities. So think about the water element. Water is always heavy, cold and moist. So if these qualities aggravate, then you will get the health issues. If you want to maintain to do during that season, if you do the opposite qualities, you will be able to maintain that kapha dosha and you won't have any issues. Then summertime, what happens? Temperature rises. Heat or the fire element becomes predominant. And its qualities are hot, light, and moist. And I will explain it to you how we use these qualities. And Vata dosha is mainly fall and early winter, and weather is very dry, cold, and light in nature. So those are the qualities of Vata dosha. Then here you will see the importance of these three doshas is rogastu dosha vaishamyam, dosha samyam arogata. Very simple. When you maintain these doshas in balance, they help your body to function right. There has to be enough kapha dosha to build the tissues and to lubricate the whole body and making sure everything is working fine. You have to have the balanced pitta dosha. So all the transformation at every cell, it's not only in the body, every cell, even every molecular level, that function has to, the transformation has to happen. And the wind energy is the energy of movement. When they are in balanced state, your body is functioning perfectly. But the moment they aggravate, look at this picture here. The first picture is water, and here is the flood. So when there is excessive flood, there is going to be the disaster. Same thing happens. Now the spring season will come and millions of people will complain about allergies and mucus and congestion and asthma and all. So Ayurvedically, we always go back to kapha dosha because kapha dosha is related to water element that aggravates during springtime. So we recommend balancing diet and lifestyle and give them herbs to balance it. But when that aggravates, it causes the disease. Rogastu dosha vaishamyam. When these doshas get imbalanced, then it causes the disease. Look at the fire. This fire is balanced fire, but look at this firing inferno. It is burning everything. So if that heat aggravates in the body, you will have all the bleeding conditions. It will affect your skin. It will affect your vision. It will increase your blood pressure and all that. So when this fire element increases in the body, it will cause all those diseases with excessive heat in the body. And when the Vata dosha aggravates, then people get constipation, their mind starts racing, they start constantly kind of uncontrolled movement happens many times in Vata aggravated people, or they get constipated because Vata dosha is very dry, they get gas, bloating, then a lot of aches and pains in the body, arthritis and all are more common related to Vata dosha and all. So here I want to tell you why it is important to maintain the balance of doshas is dosha samyam arogata. You want to maintain your swasthya, you want to maintain your health. So you want to balance these doshas, and when they are aggravated, it causes all the disease. Rogastu dosha vaishamyam. So we want to maintain their balance. Now, second thing is Agni, but Agni is related to eating. We always say you are what you eat. Yes, diet is very, very important because your whole body is nothing but the food you eat, because food is like a building blocks of our body. And that's what in yogic we describe different koshas, pancha koshas. So the outermost kosha, the physical body, is called annamaya kosha. And why is it annamaya kosha? Because it is formed from the food we eat. Think about how does the fetus grow in mother's womb? By the food. To be a mother, she is going to eat the food. Where does the sperm and ovum come from? From the food you eat. So everything is related to the food, and that's what quality of food you eat makes all the difference. But here I want to emphasize one thing. These days we are talking about, oh, I'm eating, I have diabetes, so I completely avoid carbs. Oh, I have kidney disease, so I completely avoid protein. My cholesterol is very high, so doctor told me not to eat any fat at all. But do you remember all the fat, protein, carbs? are called the macronutrient. They are very important. So in the right amount and right in balanced act, you have to eat all the food groups. You need vegetables, you need fruit, you need salt, you need some minerals, but everything has to be in balance. So you are providing your body all the building blocks. Like a build, when we want to build a building, we need wood, we need cement, we need bricks, we need glass, we need metal, everything. Same way, when you want to have the strong body, you need to eat all kind of food groups, because food is very, very important. In Marathi, we always call Jivanakari Jivitva Anna Purna Brahma. And that means Jivanakari Jivitva means us, the living beings. What is Brahman? That is the Anna. You cannot, and remember, when we call about Anna, that is the air you breathe, also is like a Anna. The water you drink, the food you eat, everything is Anna, that is the nourishment, because that is the basic thing in the body. And remember, your food does not only nourish your body, but it also nourishes your mind, and it also nourishes your soul. Sometimes you really eat very simple food, maybe khichdi and kadhi or something, homemade soup and something, and it really touches your soul, and you really feel that it is a soul food. And it, in reality, the food you eat nourishes your body, mind, and spirit. It's very important. And the second part, it says, Udara bharana nohe janize yajna karma. So it is a ritual. It's not like I'm taking a bite while I'm driving the car, or I'm eating something while I'm on the Zoom meeting, or I'm just kind of eating while watching TV or something. Your whole body, your whole health depends on kind of the food you eat. Even when you eat mindfully, then only it is going to nourish your mind and all this. If you're just doing something and eating, you don't know what you ate. So there are so many do's and don'ts about this eating food, and it is very, very important. There is one more line in Ayurveda, and see, everything is so meaningful. It says, Pathe sati gadartasya bheshajam grahane kim. And second line has only one different letter. Pathe asati gadartasya bheshajam grahane kim. And the meaning of that, Pathe sati gadartasya, if you are going to follow the diet and lifestyle, then why do you need medicine? Beshajam grahane, why do you need medicine? Why do you have to take medicine? And pathe asati gadartasya, that means if you're not going to follow the diet and lifestyle, what is medicine going to do? Because remember, when we talk about health and healing, your antibiotics or painkiller are not going to build new cells in the body, but the food you eat is going to build the blood in your body, and your muscle cells and your bone cells and your adipose tissue and your immune cells and all. And that's why, whether in health or in sickness or in health, food is your savior. So it is very, very important that we eat very healthy food, we eat fresh food, we eat homemade food, home cooked food and all, as much as possible. I know with our busy lifestyle, for everybody it's not kind of possible every time, but if you focus your mind on it and plan ahead of time, it is possible. I have shown it to many of my patients how to do that. But that is, what you eat is only one part of the equation. And the other part of the equation is and what you digest. Because you are eating organic food, you are eating homemade food, fresh food. But if your digestive system is not functioning, then how is it going to convert that into your tissues and systems? And how is it going to heal your body? So, as I said, Samagnisha, that Agni is the very, very important concept in Ayurveda. So, what you are what you eat and what you digest. So in Bhagavad Gita, it says that Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashrita Pranapana Samayukta Pachamyannam Chaturvidam. So Aham Vaishvanaro. Again, this is our connection to the Mother Nature. The Vaishvanara is the Vishwasa, that is the Agni of the whole universe. And same universal Agni resides in our body around your navel. We call that Jatara Agni or Pachaka Pitta and all. And that digests the food and Praninam Deham Ashrita. So it resides in the body and also protects our body. So this Vaishwanar, we always have to take good care of this Agni. Because why do we have to do that? Because Balam, Arogyam, Ayushcha, Pranashchagno Pratisthitaha. Your strength. How are you going to feel strong? Is your muscles are very strong, your bones are very strong, and all. Then how is it? How is that strong tissues formed from the food you eat? By your Agni. Arogya, you want to be healthy, you want to have all these optimum tissues, your elimination has to be better and all that. So how are you going to do that? Unless your Agni is functioning well, you cannot expect that. So your whole life really depends on this Agni. And that's what, if your strength, your health, your life, your pranas, everything depends on this Agni. So let me tell you, there is one saying in Hindi, sab बीमारी का एक ही इलाज. Same way, for any of your diseases, if you take care of your Agni and if you keep it in optimum state, you will be completely healthy. It is very, very important. But what do? We do exactly opposite. Our day, people's day starts with ice cold water. Then they eat lot of cold breakfast in the morning. All anything cold comes in the body, it is kind of weakening your Agni. Then you are eating very heavy foods, we constantly munch, we eat every 1 or 2 hours, and all that is making your Agni very, very weak. And then that affects our whole body, because this Agni is at the door steps of our body. Anything coming in the body has to pass through this Agni, and if it is not strong enough, then it's not going to digest food well. And then it's not only your cholesterol will increase, but your blood sugar will go high, your blood pressure will go high. And wherever this undigested food we call ama, that ama goes, it causes the disease. It could be arthritis, it could be skin issues, it could be your emotional issues, anything. We always look at this Agni, look at the center of our being, and that is this Jatara Agni or Pachak Pitta. So this Agni takes care of the complex process. So we always see that digestive system, what does it do? It digests food and creates into energy. That is not true. That it doesn't stop there. This digestion is very, very complex, because first it has to digest all the food. It's not only in the, like protein into amino acid or carb into glucose or fat into fatty acid, but it breaks down into pancha mahabhutas, the five basic elements. But those are still in the form of vegetables or fruit, or if you are eating meat, they are in the animal form. But they need to be converted into the human pancha mahabhutas. And then it is going to combine right Panchamahabhutas together to build your different dhatus, different tissues. Because remember, when you want to have the blood, you cannot take anybody's blood transfusion. They need to do your blood group. They need to see your RH factor. So your blood is very unique to yourself. So the tissues become very specific. And who gives this specificity? Your Dhatu Agnis or your Mahabhuta Agnis give this tissue Agni. So remember, this digestive process is not very simple. You will be surprised if I tell you, but the food you eat today has an effect on your whole body in 1 month. All the tissues take 5 days to digest and form new tissues. So it just takes month or 35 days to complete the transformation of the food you eat today into your immune cells and all that. So this process is very complex and very elaborate. And that's what we have to very importantly maintain the quality of this, our Agni. So everybody's Agni is different. So we always, when it comes to diet, what do we do? Oh, we have to count calories. 1200 calorie diet, 1500 calorie diet, 2000 calorie diet. But those calories are processed differently in each individual, because everybody's Agni is very different. For example, people who are Pitta predominant, their Agni is strong. So they want to eat more food. But Kapha people, their Agni is kind of not weak, but their Agni is slow. And they can easily skip their meal, or they can easily fast and all that. If they eat heavy lunch, they don't want to eat any dinner. But Pitta person wants to eat dinner right away because their Agni is strong. So it's don't only count the calories, but always pay attention to how good your Agni is, because everybody's body processes those calories very differently. It's not the same. So only we think about the food and what comes in, but we are not kind of the genetic clones of each other. Everything is not same. Everything is very individualized. Very thing in Marathi we call vyakti titkya prakriti. So there are so many variations in our personalities. So what how our Agni is depends on how much you eat. Ayurveda says if you are exercising enough, you don't have to worry about what you eat. You can eat anything you want because you are using the tissues, those calories or that tissues, the energy in the body to exercise, and that's what you can eat anything. So think about this. Eating is important. What comes into the body is important. But the most important thing is how your body is going to process that. So everything depends on the state of Agni. Do you remember in Ayurveda for the treatment, there is a word called Kaya Chikitsa. And Kaya means Agni. So the treatment when we offer, it's all related to maintaining the person's optimum Agni. So most of the time when Ayurveda, we look, Ayurvedic practitioners always look at Dhatu doshas and always look at the state of the Agni, because many times that the Agni has been deranged. So look, one more line. Shantegno mriyate yukte and chiranjivati anamaya. So if this Agni gets put off, it is almost good as death. And if you maintain that Agni, if it is maintained at the optimum level, then it makes you live longer and healthier. Chiranjivati, it will give you long life. And Anamaya, so you will not have any diseases. You have to always strengthen that Agni. And remember, our parents, our grandparents who lived for their 90s or even hundreds and all, they did not eat a whole lot. And in between, they did not munch on anything. But they are eating only 2 meals or 3 meals a day. But their health is so good. They did not worry about the health care and Medicare and all those kind of things. So, but their health, because their lifestyle was not sedentary, they were very active and less food get in, and their state of Agni was at the optimum level. And if that we can do that even at this stage, then we can achieve perfect health. And that's what why this Agni is so important. And tasmat Agnim sadarakshe. So our effort constantly has to be to take care of this Agni. So now you will ask me, okay, how can we make our Agni very strong? First thing you will ask me, how do we know how is our Agni? First thing is you have to know that do you feel hungry? Lot of times people ask me, what do you mean by hungry? We never wait till we feel hungry. We are constantly eating, munching, or something. So you have to wait for 5 to 6 hours in between your meals, that your body needs that much time to digest, or the physical digestion takes at least 5 to 6 hours, and then you can eat something and that your body will digest it so well. So first thing is you have to feel very hungry. Second important thing, after the seminar, look your tongue in the mirror. If it is white, definitely your Agni is not strong, because that white coating, too much saliva in your mouth, lot of swelling on the body, on the face and all, those are all then weakness, tiredness, all those are the signs of your weak Agni. So what can we do? What can you do? Eat only 2 meals at right times, or and zip your lips in between. This is my favorite. Why only 3 meals? First, Ayurveda says eat light breakfast, good lunch, and light dinner. Only 3 meals. Eat your breakfast around 8 o'clock. Eat your lunch around noon to 1. and eat your dinner around 6 to 7, and that's it. Don't eat anything in between. You will be really surprised that if you eat enough, then you don't feel hungry in between. These days, a lot of people are doing intermittent fasting and they're eating only two meals, 11 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And they're losing their weight, they're bringing their sugar down, their blood pressure is coming down, they're becoming more healthy and all, because less is going in. And along with it, when you exercise, so whatever is you have stored, it is exercise and the tissue becomes the energy, and it is helping you to maintain that. So eating 2 or 3 meals a day is very, very important. Then watch what you eat. And if you ask me one thing, what can we do, Dr. Apte, to be healthy? I will tell you, stay away from ice. Because ice is exactly opposite qualities of your Agni. It is weakening your Agni. Think about when we go to the restaurant. First, they serve ice cold water. Second, you just order some drink. It is ice cold drink. Then you have some appetizers. Those are cold. Then you have the salad. That is also cold. So what is happening to your Agni? And then you order your main entree, that is, which is very fried food or cheesy food and all that. And then on the top of it, you eat dessert. So if your Agni, if we make all the efforts to weaken our Agni, what is going to be the result? Is the digestive issues. So a lot of people having heartburn or IBS, IBD, SIBO, you name it. And we always go back to this Agni, and I explain it to them. This is the way you should be eating and what you are doing right now. And that's what you have these issues. So when they follow the ritual, the guidelines, and when they take some herbs, all of a sudden many of their problems go away and disappear. Then eating medium spicy food, because spices also strengthen your Agni. And I don't have to tell this to Indian people, because our food always has some spices, that chili powder, it has little ginger, garlics, some hot spices and all that. But there has to be some medium spice in your food. Another important thing is Langan. Langan is fasting. Depending on the state of your Agni and depending on your eating pattern, I would recommend you fast at least 1 day a week. What happens? Suppose you go to work and one day you tell your colleague that don't bring me any files because I have a big stacked in on my table. So that day when the new files are not coming, you get time to work on all the existing files you have. Same way, when you do Langan, new food is not coming in your system. So your Agni can take care of all that armor which is accumulating in your body and all. And you feel lighter, you feel more energetic, you feel very hungry. Then break your fast with some simple foods. But depending on that, and in old days, our fasting was in our kind of ritual. We always said, I'm Ganesha Bhakta, I'll fast on Monday. I'm Shiva Bhakta, I fast on Monday. Ganesha Bhakta fast on Tuesdays and all. But that is all health related. Because as we grow older, our physical activity becomes less. If that becomes less, at least what comes in also should be less. So depending on how active or sedentary your lifestyle is, how the way you are eating, the state of your Agni and all, I will recommend you to fast once a week. That depends, and there are different ways of fasting also. I will talk about that later. Exercise, no matter what, you have to do exercise and do variety of things. You can run, you can walk, you can jog, you can dance, you can swim, you can do yoga, you do pranayam, whatever, but some kind of physical and mental exercise has to happen 1 year. If you are getting older, then do some gardening in your work, do some social work, but move that body. Don't just sit on the couch and watch the TV. There always has to be, because the food is creating energy in your body in the form of tissues, and if you do not use those tissues as an exercise or physical activity, those tissues will cause you the problem. Everybody wants to lose weight. What is weight? Weight is nothing but all these tissues on your body, the fat, the muscle, the bone, and all that. And those are your energy reserves. So when you do exercise, when you are active, have an active lifestyle, those tissues break down, and then you eat food, body is building the tissue. That process is constantly happening. So we always say that creation, sustenance, and dissolution. So this process is happening in the body constantly. So if we are eating every day, then we have to exercise every day too. We cannot have just sedentary lifestyle. Then pranayam. Different pranayams also strengthen your Agni, especially Kapalbhati pranayam, Bhasrika pranayam. You are doing that forceful breathing and it is kind of winding your Pachak Pitta and it will strengthen that Agni. Your liver is getting stimulated, your spleen is functioning well, your pancreas are secreting hormones and all that. When you do Kapalbhati, all the organs around the navel, in the back are kidneys, everything gets stimulated, they get massaged, they get more blood, they function better. So all these, some of the pranayams are very beneficial. Does it cost you anything? No. Only you have to have the discipline to have that in your daily routine and do it without fail. Again, the simple recipe, 3 katu. And 3 katu means pungent. So it's the combination of 3 pungent, equal amount of ginger, black pepper, and third is pippali. Pippali in Gujarati, it is called ganthoda. And luckily, all the three are available in Indian grocery store. Pippali may be new to you, but lendi pimpli or pippali or ganthoda, or it is called long pepper in English. So take equal amount of that and take only 1/4 teaspoon of tricketu after your lunch or after your dinner, and you will be amazed by how it is helping your digestion, your Agni, take care of your acidity and all those issues too. How much is all these cost? Nothing, but again only the discipline, and this is all will help you to strengthen your Agni. So this is about the food, what you eat and how well you digest. And the next important thing is the lifestyle, and that is the dinacharya. And remember here again, we go to bed, but we do it at wrong time. We are supposed to go to bed at 10 o'clock, but these days bedtime is midnight, 1 o'clock, or even 2 a.m. We should be getting up at 6 a.m., but we wake up at 8, 9, 10 a.m. We are supposed to eat breakfast around 8, but we eat very late. We are supposed to eat lunch at noon. We eat at 2, 3, or we skip our lunch. Dinner should be around 6 or 7. We eat at 9, 10, or even 11 o'clock, very heavy meals and all that. So we do right things at the wrong time. But what Ayurveda says, dinacharya is doing the right thing at the right time and by tuning our clock to nature's clock. Let me see if I can move this a little bit to the side. Okay, so now you will see the picture clear. So Ayurveda has decoded Mother Nature's cycle, and 4 hours after sunrise is the kapha time. Then 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., it's roughly, not exactly, but depending on the season, 10 a.m. to p.m. is pitta time, followed by vata time. And again, the same cycle repeats. So Ayurveda says, okay, make the use of these energies in the nature and go accordingly. So go to bed by 10 p.m. And why 10 p.m.? Because this pitta at night doesn't digest food. But I told you, it heals your body. It creates new blood cells, bone cells, all the tissue cells, and all that at night. So you should be asleep. If you are awake, then your healing sits on the back burner, and body doesn't heal well. And then in the morning, you do not wake up with plenty of energy. So go to bed early, and then you sleep till 6 o'clock. Start your day right after getting up. Drink a glass of water and sit down and do some pranayam and meditation. Why meditation in the morning? So if you want the whole day to be productive, then it is very, very important that your mind is very peaceful and your mind is very sharp, because mind gives the meaning to your work, mind gives meaning to your life. So the right after waking up, do some pranayam and meditation. If you have schedule permit, do some exercise, go to work, make sure that you eat lunch around noon, and then in the evening you exercise again depending on your schedule, and eat your dinner around 6 to 7. It is very, very important. So there are so many things about dinacharya, but these in the simple term is go to bed by 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. Meditate in the morning for at least 10-15 minutes, and eat only 3 meals a day, zip your lips in between, and exercise for 1 hour. It is very, very important. And again, you have to, life is not only work. So you have to spend some time with your family and all that. And you will feel that I'm talking about ideal lifestyle and all that. But if you have really this in mind, you will be able to do that. It is very, very important. This dinacharya. I want to add one more thing. Your New Year's resolution, you will say, okay, I'm going to exercise. But when are you going to exercise? What kind of exercise are you going to do? Is it going to fit in your dinacharya? Can you make half an hour available to do that exercise? You have to think about all those things and fit your New Year's resolution in your dinacharya, and you set aside that time to add to something new that you want to achieve, and then that will happen. Otherwise, just wishing for it, just knowing is not enough, doing is. And unless it fits in your dinacharya, nothing is going to happen. But if you say, I'm going to, no matter what, I'm going to get up and do 15 minutes of meditation. And if you really tell, hey, make an effort to do that, then it becomes part of your dinacharya, and that will help you, and that will be possible. So if your resolution didn't work, try this to fit in your dinacharya. And there is one more thing called ritucharya, because I told you that we have to balance. So ritucharya is the seasonal routine to create the balance of doshas in each season. And do you know what we do? We change clothes every season. Now the spring season is coming, so our heavy jacket, winter jacket is going to go in the storage box, and your light sweater or light jacket will come out. You will start buying little bit lighter clothes because the spring season is coming. Then comes to summer. Then we are going to use all the t-shirts and cotton clothes and cool clothes and all that. Then comes fall. Then again we want to buy the sweaters and all that. So we only change the clothes, but we do not change the food we eat, and we do not change our lifestyle, and that causes the problem. So it is very important to follow this ritucharya, seasonal routine. To create the balance of doshas in each season, it is fine tuning of dinacharya. So dinacharya tells you when to eat. I told you, eat light breakfast around 8, eat lunch around noon, eat your dinner at 6 p.m. So dinacharya tells you that, but ritucharya tells you what to eat during each season. So if it is summertime, you can eat cool cereal or you can eat a bowl of small salad. But if it is fall season, then you should have oatmeal for breakfast and you can have a bowl of soup. So warm food depend on the cold seasons, cool foods during warm season and all that. We have to change accordingly. Because remember, what goes inside shows outside. So we always are only thinking about changing our clothes. But unless you change your eating habits and your lifestyle, it will not work. When to do pranayam is your dinacharya is telling you. But which pranayam is ideal? I told you Kapalbhati Bhasrika, it is good during springtime because that will clear your respiratory system and that will help you to prevent allergies. When it comes to summer, you can do Shitali Pranayam. You do Anulom Vilom. If it is fall time, you can do Anulom Vilom, you can do Brahmari Pranayam and all that, depending on what season it is. When to exercise, your dinacharya is telling you. But which exercise to pick? If your Prakriti is Pitta, you can do swimming during summertime. If you're Kapha type, then definitely you should do some aerobic activity. If you're Vata type or it is fall season, then instead of going in the cold weather, best to do yoga, qigong, tai chi, pranayam and all energy exercises during that season and all that. So it is all is creating the balance. So Ayurveda doesn't talk only about diet, lifestyle, even it's telling you to using the clothes to wear comfortable clothes is dinacharya is telling you, but which color you will use during each season is your ritucharya will tell you. Because whip jaw, the red color is most absorbing the heat. So all the dark color clothes, red color, black color, brown color, dark green color should be worn during winter time because they absorb the heat. But summertime we should wear white because it repels heat. Blue color repels heat. Light pink color or those colors repel light green color that will make you feel cool. During springtime you wear gold, you wear yellow because they will start absorbing little heat. So ayurveda goes too much in depth explaining it to us how to create the balance with each dosha, and how to because once we create the balance we can prevent the disease, and that is our goal. So integrate dinacharya and ritucharya so you can achieve that dynamic balance. So here you will ask me few questions. So I have given you some examples. Ritucharya for late winter and spring. So when I explain you the qualities, here those qualities come handy. So when during springtime, it's like a water. Water is heavy, cold and moist. So if you do anything during this springtime, you will get allergies, mucus, congestion, congestive headaches, bronchitis. Constantly you will sneeze. Your allergy symptoms will get worse if you do not change the food to light, warm and dry. Opposite to heavy is light. Opposite to cold is warm. Opposite to moist is dry. So any second or third grader will also tell you what are the opposite qualities. But nobody tells us to use those qualities in particular season so you can balance doshas and you can prevent seasonally affective diseases. Here during springtime is all related to congestion and cold and cough and all that. So here what do we recommend people? Spice up your life. And that means create heat, warmth. So all the spices like ginger, black pepper, clove, ajwan and all create warmness in the body, and also they are drying, so they are exactly opposite to moist and cold, and that's what that benefits a lot. So here I'm not talking about very spicy food, but overall in the whole year, spring is the time to add more spices. Then you can drink ginger and lemon tea. You can boil maybe two, three peppercorns, couple of cloves, one cinnamon stick for a few minutes, add some turmeric and strain that and drink with some honey. So you can make those herbal teas and all, and that will very beneficial for your cold, congestion and all those problems. Warm water always during springtime. Spring is cold season, so do not drink or eat anything cold. So always it has to be warm water or herbal teas. And limit sweet, sour and salty during springtime because these tastes have water and earth element in it. So they aggravate kapha dosha and your symptoms will get worse. And that's what we always recommend. Add more pungent. That is, all the spices are pungent, thicker. And the bitter and astringent are also drying tests. So they also help a lot during springtime. Be active. And here kapha dosha is heavy. So all the aerobic activity we always recommend people to do here. Brisk walk or hike, play tennis, do Zumba dancing, do line dancing, play pickleball, whatever is that your heart rate will increase. Those kind of exercises are better during kapha time. Pranayam, mainly Kapalbhati, Basrika, because they create a lot of heat in the body. Yoga, here are some sun salutations and all. And this seminar I'm offering on Shri Yoga. So Shri Yoga offers so many yoga classes. So get their website and join those classes, and you will benefit a lot with those. Then here, wear light, warm color clothes. As I mentioned, yellow, orange, gold, because they start absorbing heat. But they are not exactly like a dark brown or red color or something, because those colors we wear in winter time. But during springtime, you can wear all these little warming colors, so that will keep your body warm opposite to cold. So this is kind of a lifestyle we recommend during Ritucharya during kapha season. Massage your whole body with warm sesame oil. Or this is also kapha is heavy, so we also recommend in that sesame oil add little bit ginger powder or horse gram, that is also kind of drying, kulit in Marathi. So you can mix those powders in this sesame oil and massage your whole body. You will feel so much lighter and more energetic. You can do massage once a week or so. Then ritucharya during summertime. So see how we are changing and we like the change. So main thing is changing the food accordingly. Pitta season is hot, sharp and light. So we do exactly opposite. Opposite to hot is cool. Opposite to sharp is bland. Opposite to light is heavy. So during this time we start the meal with small salad because salad is cooling, but eat less spicy food because pitta is very hot and sharp. So you don't want to eat spicy food. But during summertime, what do we eat? We eat chaat and bhel and lot of Mexican food and salsa and all that. And all that causes acidity, causes excess pitta and all that causes the problem. So cut down on too many spices. In spring, I told you spice up your life. But when season changes, cut down on those spices. Enjoy sweet, pulpy fruits, occasional scoop of ice cream if you want to eat that cool thing. Eat during in the afternoon, not at night or in the morning, but in the afternoon. And nature also helps you. Mother, she is our mother. She produces the right fruit, vegetables, everything in the right season. So eating seasonal and eating local also is very, very important. So or you get all these sweet pulpy fruits like apples and pears and peaches, and in California is the fruit country. You get all those fresh fruit directly from the trees and all. So it is best idea to eat those fruits during summertime. But don't eat what happens is we eat watermelon, which is ideal for summer, but we eat the same watermelon during Christmas party. That causes the problem because watermelon is a cooling fruit and we are eating in the cold season. So that becomes the wrong no according to Ayurveda. Then cool water with khus, that is vada, or it's called vetiver in English. Or you can add, if in your garden, if you are growing mogra plant, then put one mogra plant in your water. It will really give you nice mild fragrance and it will quench your thirst. Or drink kokum drink because kokum is exception. It is alkaline in nature. So during summertime, acidity increases. So kokum is alkaline, exactly better. Coconut water or the CCFT means cumin, coriander, and fennel. These are also very cooling herbs. So that tea is excellent during summertime. I told you pitta season, ginger tea, the spice tea. Here summertime, everything is cooling. I'm not talking about ice cold, but I'm talking about cooling qualities in the food, and that will help you. Here, limit sour, salty, and pungent taste. Pungent is tikhat, and salty, sour. Along with the earth and water element, they also have fire element. So they also aggravate your pitta dosha. And what tastes balanced pitta dosha is the bitter, astringent, that is turat, and the sweet taste. And sweet taste means not only like a dessert or sugar or all that. Even complex carb, when they break down into glucose. That is the sweet. So that's how we balance the meals during summertime. So cool activities, swimming, morning jog, moonlight walk or grass walk or golf. Generally, Pitta people are very competitive. So non-competitive sports are always better for Pitta people. Then here is the pranayam. Which pranayam will you do? Anulom Vilom. That is also very calming and cooling. I would recommend if you have lot of body heat, then close your right nostril and breathe only through left because right side is the Surya Nadi and left side is the Chandra Nadi. Chandra Nadi is cooling. So if you want to have the cooling effect, then breathe only through left nostril for few minutes and that will cool your body down. Shitali pranayam, Shitkari pranayam, Brahmari pranayam. These are all beneficial during summertime. Then again, different yoga poses, join yoga class. And during summertime, wear cool cotton clothes because cotton absorbs all the moisture. A lot of people sweat during summertime. So do not wear synthetic clothes during Summer, definitely not during summertime, because you want to have the clothes that are breathable. And white color, light blue, light green, purple, these all colors repel the heat. So naturally, they keep you cool. I've seen many people wearing dark navy blue t-shirt during summertime and they feel so hot. Even those colors have effect on our whole body. So if you change accordingly every season, you will see lot of changes in you. Massage your whole body with coconut oil. In springtime, I told you to use sesame oil because it has warming effect. During summertime, use coconut oil because it has cooling effect. See how Ayurveda is very specific about balancing the qualities of dosha so you can maintain that balance and prevent the disease. Then comes the ritucharya, and in the fall and early winter, that is the vata season. So vata is dry, cold and light, and that's what people feel constipated. They feel a lot of gas, bloated, their hands and feet become very, very cold. They feel lightheaded, their mind starts racing and all that. So if you change the qualities to moist, warm and dense, moist is exactly opposite to dry, warm is exactly opposite to cold, and dense is exactly opposite to light. So if you follow these qualities, then your vata will balance and you don't have to suffer from seasonally affected diseases. So indulge here in lot of soups. Remember, in summer I told you to have a small bowl of salad. Here I'm telling you soup and stew and steamed vegetables, sauteed root veggies, grains, nuts and all that. So again, why root vegetables? Because root vegetables, they grow in the ground or near the ground, so they are balancing, they make you feel grounded, and they're sweet and they're heavy, and that's what they grow in the ground or near the ground, and they're very grounding to you, balancing vata dosha. Then warm water herbal teas. Here licorice tea is kind of calming to your body. It is also demulcent taste. So we don't recommend ginger tea during spring vata time or fall time because ginger is little drying. That is good for spring. But licorice is demulcent. It is moistening. So we recommend that during vata season. Limit pungent, bitter, astringent because they have air element in it. And sweet, sour, salty is better during fall time. And here are also different exercises, like I mentioned, energy exercises is Tai Chi, Qigong, meditation. More do it during fall time, that will help you to calm your mind down and do different poses and wear warm, heavy clothes because Vata is very, very cold and it is very, very light. And that's what heavy and warm clothes are always better during this season. And dark orange, red, black, navy blue, dark green, those are the colors because they absorb heat. Whip jaw from violet to red. Red is the most absorbing the heat, and that's what even we see in the nature. All the red berries and everything is so red in the nature. So, wear those kind of colors, bring those colors in your house, in your clothes, and all that. So, that will help you to balance your vata dosha and massage your whole body with warm sesame oil. Listen to the calming music and all because it kind of makes your mind restless or rest. So this anything calming is always better for you during fall season. Okay. So in nutshell, what I told you is your health is in your hands. Maintaining your dosha, strength, keeping your Agni strong, elimination, keeping your mind, body, spirit in balance, everything is in your hands. So your health is in your hands and diet and lifestyle are the key. And important thing is follow dinacharya. And I explained it to you, waking up at 6 a.m., going to bed by 10 p.m. And these are only few pointers. But if you do that, you will see profound positive effect in your health. Eat only 3 meals a day, light breakfast, good lunch, and light dinner. Take care of your Agni. This is the most important thing. And exercise for 1 hour and meditate for 15 minutes to half an hour every day. And do all these rituals on time. Because we always say timing is everything. We do everything else on time, but when it comes to our health, and which is the most important thing, because in your life journey, your health is going to help you to have that enjoyable journey. And we take less care of our health, and then unfortunately we suffer from many diseases. And follow ritucharya, because ritucharya we need to change according to the season, because when you change you can prevent the disease, because you are creating the balance. There is also one saying that you cannot control the wind, but you can adjust the sail. So when you are doing this ritucharya, you are adjusting your sails according to the season, and you can maintain that balance with the current season, and you can prevent most of those diseases. So in short, let Ayurveda guide the way to your health and wellness. So I explained it to you in short how diet and lifestyle makes the difference, how we have to take care of all this Agni and all, and following the dinacharya and ritucharya, why it is important. So I think you learned something new, or if you have heard me before, then something got reinforced in you. So I'm going to show you one slide, because a lot of people ask me, Dr. Apte, how can we contact you? So I have an office in Coppell, which is part of Dallas, and you can take a picture of my phone number or write it down. You can call me or you can send me the email, and we can connect it that way. Okay. So now I'm going to stop sharing, and I thank you very much for listening to me. And if you have any questions, let me go through that.
So thank you very much.
Thank,
This was Jay. It was a wonderful presentation and very
thank you,
helpful
thank you.
information. I'm going
Yeah.
to. This will be on YouTube, and I will share it with you and all the Sri Yoga people. If in
Okay.
case you need it, just you can post your email in the chat box. And again,
Okay.
thank you. I need to leave, so I will make you host, and then I'll leave. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Sounds good. So I will answer all these questions. They are in the chat. And then if you have more questions, you can email me, or you can call me and we'll talk about that. Okay. Let me see. Yes, moist applies to both pitta and kapha, because in our body, all the digestive enzymes, they are in the liquid form. And kapha dosha also is the water element. So it is also in the liquid form. So only difference between kapha and pitta, kapha is cold and heavy, and pitta is hot and light. So we focus more on those qualities also. How to take care of your Agni specifically as you age. And it is good that as you age, always make sure that what goes in is very, very important. So do not eat very heavy foods. Do not constantly munch. And if you also make sure that you have good bowel movement, so if it's not, then take simple triphala. Triphala is available everywhere. It's on Amazon. It is in Indian grocery stores. Anywhere you will get it. Take 2 tablets of triphala or half teaspoon of triphala powder with warm water at bedtime, and that will help you tremendously. And I gave you the recipe for 3 katu, that is 3 pungent, ginger, black pepper, and pipali in equal amount, and only quarter teaspoon of that after your lunch and dinner. And if you, as I mentioned, fast, at least fast, don't eat anything till you feel very, very hungry, and then you break your fast. So if you do these things, you will be able to maintain your Agni at any age. Each one of us has its own system. Thank you for emphasizing. Yes, everybody has a unique prakriti. And today, because this topic was different, I didn't talk much about prakriti, but everybody has unique prakriti. And your Agni, your personality, your looks, likes, everything goes by that prakriti. And we'll talk sometime about the prakriti seminar also. But everybody has a different way, and the calories are processed differently. So don't only count the calories, because people say, oh, she eats the same food as I do, but she is losing weight. I'm not losing weight. That is all because your Agni are different. Don't you think that we are artificially forcing our body by following specific dinacharya or ritucharya? Who decided this? Human beings, correct? What's more natural? Okay. It's a good question. As I mentioned to you earlier, we are part of the nature. As above, so below. Yatra pinde, tatra brahmande. So we are exactly the microcosm of the whole universe. And Ayurveda has decoded the Mother Nature's secrets about all these things. So in Ayurveda, thousands of years ago, all these rishis gave us the idea about this dinacharya and ritucharya. And if you follow that, you will see the benefits of that. If you don't follow that, you can do, and that's what we are doing. We are exercising at midnight, or we are going to bed very late at night, like 2 a.m. We keep watching TV. We wake up at 10 a.m. We do everything at the wrong time, and people are suffering from that. And always remember, we are part of the nature. Ayurveda is the nature's science. And if you follow that, you will see the results. As human beings evolved on this planet with modern technology, advancement of the science, and the availability of multiple options for the lifestyle, we are becoming more dependent, more un, more availability of multiple options for lifestyle. We are becoming more dependent, more unhealthy, artificial, going away from natural sources and natural lifestyle. That's becoming disastrous to human being. Please comment on these facts. Remember, what has changed is the surrounding, but as a human being is the same 5,000 years ago, today, and even 5,000 years from today is going to be the same. Kapha, Pitta, Vata are going to be the same. What has changed is the world around us has changed, and we are unfortunately changing according to that world. And that is causing the problem. All this technology and all, we have become a slave of that technology. We spend hours on our video games or TV and all that, but we don't have time to exercise for half an hour. We eat, but we eat very late at night, which is causing the problem. So follow, without asking questions, you follow Mother Nature's cycle and see for yourself for 1 month, and you will be the good judge. A lot of people say Ayurveda doesn't have any data. All these people for thousands of years, what they did and what their health was is because of this Ayurvedic lifestyle. Okay, so if you follow that, you will start seeing the results. And we are doing exactly opposite, and that's why we have lot of issues. Seriously, people are having heart attacks in their 50s, 40s, 30s. Even teenage kids are getting diabetes, type 2 diabetes, which is supposed to happen very late in life, but that is happening. So all these serious health issues are happening at the early age. That is all because we are going away from the nature. If you come back to nature, you will really start seeing the change, because we are part of the nature. So there is no escape from it. Would you please explain equivalent of 3 Ayurvedic body pattern, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, in modern allopathic medicine? Body pattern. First thing, allopathic medicine does not recognize this different body pattern, because they focus that human being is the same, everything is mathematics. You eat so many calories, that will affect your body this way. You have your sugar, and your sugar will get affected and all that. There is no individuality in conventional medicine. But Ayurveda described that there are 10 different types of prakriti. One is only Vata predominant, only Pitta predominant, only Kapha predominant, or it is called Dvandvaja, that is Vata Pitta predominant. But remember, when I say that, everybody has all the three doshas in you. But whichever is predominant, your personality goes according to that. And that's what we come up with the Prakriti evaluation as a basic step also in Ayurveda. Thank you so much for covering so many aspects clearly. Thank you. I really appreciate the comment. Thank you so much. I am Pitta dosha and get very hungry around 11 a.m. When I eat breakfast at 8 a.m., what can I eat in between meals? So for Pitta, if you have very strong Agni, then I will recommend eat 3 meals. Eat at 8 a.m. your breakfast, eat lunch around noon, and eat your dinner around 6 p.m. And if people ask me how much to eat, that all depends on your Agni, that all depends on your Prakriti. Your body sends you signals, and that's what you have to eat mindfully. You have to get those signals from your body. When you are full, your body says stop, and then stop, and then you will really not feel hungry. And if your pitta is very very high, then I would recommend eat a fruit around like 3 or 4 o'clock. Okay, otherwise 3 meals will be the best protocol for most of the people. Great presentation, thank you. Then what is good time to have fruits? Are we supposed to eat salads only during summer? What about veggie juices? Okay, salad is cooling in nature, and that's what. And remember, don't eat, substitute the whole bowl of salad as a meal. You can eat little bit of small bowl of salad during summertime, because summer is hot, salads cool you down. But along with it, you have to eat some carb and some other vegetables, some protein and all that. Don't only eat salad. And what about veggie juice? Really, personally, I don't like people drinking smoothies or juices and all that. You have teeth. If you don't have teeth, drink juice. But if you have teeth, chew that food, because all the taste buds are on your tongue. You want to enjoy that food. You want to savor that food. You want to feel that you ate something. When you drink juice, it reaches your stomach within few seconds. You don't get that feeling. And Ayurveda says chew each bite 32 times. And what does it mean? Chew it so that it breaks down into small pieces. So your Pachak Pitta, your Agni, Jatara Agni can easily digest that food. But how many times do we chew? 2, 3 times? Or these days everything is smoothie. I don't have time, so I just drink smoothies and all that. If you don't have teeth, then only drink smoothies or juices. Otherwise, eat the whole vegetable. That way you eat less and your body processes it well. In Ayurveda, which oil is recommended to cook our food in? What can we consume for getting healthy fats? Good question. Oil and ghee are the best quality fats you can have. And even cardiologists these days are saying that your body needs some good quality fats. What is bad quality fat is all the margarine, hydrogenated fat, or lot of oils which have been processed too much. Those are bad, but are like margarine. Everything you buy bakery products in the grocery store have lot of margarine and artificial fat, because their goal is just to make money. They are using the cheapest of the fat. But when you eat at home, when you are using ghee and eat 2 to 3 teaspoons of ghee, it is very healthy. Remember, when we do any puja, any yajna, what do we do? Pour 1 teaspoon of ghee in that fire, and that fire flares up. So it is very strengthening to your Agni also. So 2 to 3 teaspoon, not tablespoon, teaspoons of ghee every day, and some cooking oil in your making tadka or making chapati. And also remember, smear your chapati, add, top your rice with 1 teaspoon of ghee, because when you are eating with the fat, it slows down. It doesn't spike your sugar that quickly, because fat is slow to digest. And when you mix fat with your chapati or your carbs, then it slows down your blood sugar also. That is very important. Then any natural oil, sesame oil is good, coconut oil is good, any vegetable oil is good, but use it as less processed as possible. Then how can pitta do fasting, get gas, acidity with long gaps? So remember, that's what I said. Pitta, you eat 3 meals a day, and do not eat spicy food. Eat more bland foods. Eat lot of vegetables and fruits, and that will help you to fast. And remember, everybody's fasting, everybody's Agni is different, so fasting is at different levels. When your body tells you you are very hungry, break that fast. But till that, few people may skip the whole day. Somebody can has to eat something in the evening. For Vata people, eating 3 meals is fasting for them. So it depends on your Prakriti and your Agni. So thank you very much. I really appreciate all your comments. For the next discussion, please compare correlation, circadian rhythm, and dinacharya. I'll definitely do that. I'm a university student and want to learn more about Ayurvedic practices to apply to our everyday food. Where do I think I should start? There are so many books available on Ayurveda, so you can read those books, attend my seminars. And by the way, as a social work, I offer free monthly seminars on different topics. So if you're interested, send me the email at info@dfwveda.com. I will add you to my list. Another thing, I believe so much in Ayurveda. I want to give the 12 seminar series to anybody who is interested in spreading Ayurveda. You could be nutritionist, you can be yoga therapist, you can be anything related to health. You are very passionate about people's health. You can join that class. It is going to be 12 session class and you will learn a whole lot more into details. So for those things, if you're interested, send me the email or you can call me. An individual approach has been explored in modern science only at molecular level, and we rather need at system level, as explained in Ayurveda. It's really Ayurvedic Mahabhuta Agni or this Dhatu Agni works at the molecular and cellular level. If really the scientists look at this Ayurvedic nutrition and all that, it will be beneficial to mankind. How do I find my Prakriti? Again, there are a lot of questionnaires. Best thing is to see the Ayurvedic doctor because there is so much to read in between lines. So they will be able to exactly tell you what is your Prakriti. How often Panchakarma should be performed? What are the most prominent benefits of that? And what age it should be started? Panchakarma is the cleansing of your mind body. It's a detox, mind body detox. And in India, if you go, they do it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But in US, nobody has so much time. So most of the Ayurvedic practitioners, I also do in my office, we do it for 1 week, for 5 days. We start on Monday and we end on Friday. But what it does, Ayurvedically, our whole body is like a channel system. Think about the highways. As long as highways are free, all the cars can move freely. But the moment there is an accident or the road construction, traffic gets jammed. So same way in the body, remember it's not only high sugar or high cholesterol is the problem. Any undigested food because of your low Agni is ama, and that ama can block any of the channels. If those blocks in your joints, you will get joint pain. If it is blocked in your skin thing, you will get skin disease. If you block your heart arteries, you will get heart attack. If it is blocks in your brain, you will get stroke. So this ama, because of the derailed Agni, is the cause of the most of the diseases. In Ayurveda, we take care of that. And doing Panchakarma helps to cleanses all the channels. So people improve their digestion. They start sleeping better. Their energy level improves. Their immune system gets strong. So Panchakarma is very, very beneficial. Lot of people get it done as a preventative. I would recommend once a year. But if you have any health issue, then I would recommend it to get it done maybe twice a year or something. That all depends on how chronic your problem is and how many blockages there are in your body. You mentioned taking 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, black pepper, and pimpri. Should ginger be fresh or ginger powder? Here, ginger powder. That is we call shunti. Okay. But in your food, you can add a little bit of ginger and fresh ginger, and that will also work. Can you please write your email into chat? Yes, I will. But what is pimpri? Pimpri also is a herb like a black pepper. It's called long pepper. It is 1 inch long, 1.5 inch long. It is available in Indian store, and in Gujarati it is called ganthoda. So many Indian stores also you will find that as a ganthoda or pippali. Why Ayurveda is still not practiced by majority of the Western world? You will be surprised that Ayurveda, the oldest system of healing, is becoming popular as a new age science around the world. It is becoming very, very popular in Europe, in South America. Here also in the US, Lot of people are going to alternative therapists and they come to us because of the side effects and the symptoms are not getting better. Okay, so Ayurveda is becoming very, very popular. Only it is not covered by insurance. But do you know, I think it is a blessing, because if covered by insurance, then insurance companies will say, okay, you have to see so many patients in 1 hour. So we will start seeing 5 minute patient per patient and all that. Right now, I spend more than 1 hour with each client and half an hour for the follow. So that gives me the freedom, as much time my client needs, because we are talking about the person's health. Okay, so it's very different. And these days, people have FSA or HSA, that is flexible spending or health savings account. And you can use that money for any of the Ayurvedic treatment, Ayurvedic consultation for the herbs and all that. I mean, why it's not as popular as allopathic medicine? Because Ayurvedic doctors are poor. They don't have so much money, millions of dollars to advertise and all that. Thank you so much for your well-planned and informative session. I really, really thank you very much for everybody's comment. Okay, so namaste. I hope I answered most of your questions. You learned something new tonight.
Thank you.
And more important, only knowing is not enough. Doing is. So if you follow these guidelines, that will only help you.
Dr.
Okay?
Apte, I have
Yes.
a comment, because even in this Ayurvedic principles is said even in Gita, in the chapter Gita, Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Brahmagno,
Exactly.
Brahmarahutam, and
Yes.
the Kannada proverbs about the diet. Meal a day is a yogi, 2 meals a
Yes.
day is a bogi, and three
Yeah.
meals a day is
Is a rogi.
your
Yogi.
right.
Yes. So if you, the
No,
whole idea is eat less and exercise, use those energies more, because your food, when you eat, is going to build tissues in the body. And those tissues is your energy reserve. If you don't use that energy, it's going to stay. It's your bank balance is okay, but this balance of tissues on the body is not good. Then it starts
And
blocking the channels and cause the disease.
and
Okay?
even
no.
in Chinese medicine, the three ingredients you talk about, they call it as three amigos: Danzao, Ganzao, and Shenjiang. That is fresh ginger, licorice, and the dates. These are the main ingredients. They put it in the formula to balance the formulas.
Okay. So thank you. Namaste, everybody, and have a
Namaste.
good night.